What's going on, Taurus? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Taurus, and it keeps us going. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Cause it's a general energy weekly. I don't like. Oh, I almost got it. Taurus. I said, I don't want to go high. I want to go lower. I had the melody figured out for Sagittarius reading, and then I forgot to practice, and here we are. But enough about me. Let's get to you, because with these weekly videos, whenever you happen to come across them, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you. You leave the shenanigans with me, and never force a reading on the situation. Okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Taurus. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? There we go. Thank you, hands. Getting it together, Taurus. And in case you all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching as well, Taurus. So give them go check them out. Great vibes, different kind of feels that you can bring on to your journey there, Taurus. So definitely go show them some love. But let's get your first card here. Oh, interesting. This card. You got the 5th card of Aquarius here, which is the Pillory card. And with this card, this is a card of open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shutdown, caught, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, censure, serving time, and vulnerable. And the energies that kind of stick out to me, Taurus, here are the finding fault and the punishment here. And I'm wondering if this is something where let's say for some of us, maybe we've been in a situation, whether this be like a relationship, maybe this is a family thing, maybe this is even like a work thing, where it's like, it seems that the focus is like always trying to find somewhere where you may not be rising up, or it's almost like that they're like an energy of just like kind of like picking at you all the time, or it seems like that someone's always got some sort of critique maybe, or something that I don't want to say, like, when it's like punishment, it just feels like that it's not uplifting, whatever it is. It's just like, it's more so just like little jabs or something along those lines. And it feels like that maybe for some, maybe we're in this place of shutting down, in the sense of just like we're not dealing with it, like it's just like, you know what, if that's how we're going to be, then it's just like it feels almost withdrawn maybe for some of us here. Or just to be fair, Taurus, it could be on the other end, where maybe we had something where someone had us feeling some kind of way. We got kind of maybe got a little fixated on this thing, and then it's not that we're punishing in the sense of like maybe we're not talking to this person right now, maybe actively going out of our way. And listen, Taurus, I get it. It's maybe we're shutting them down in a sense. It's just like, no, we ain't, but we're. And hear me out, Taurus, because I'm working on this too. Where if someone does something wrong, or you're like where we feel like we've been slighted or been, you know what I mean, Taurus? Like when it feels like that, maybe we've been just just like it's just someone got us maybe a little effed up, and I feel that instead of putting the energy on them per se and giving them all that power, putting it on the action, so that way it makes it easier for where it's like, I still like you, as a person, there's like this one thing doesn't, destroy this. It definitely alters things, but it's like it's like, you know, attaching it to like the action, I feel like it just helps alleviate, kind of help you release that a lot easier, you know. So that it's just because with the person, they're always going to be around, you know. But with that you know, with some time, that situation, you end up laughing, be hopefully be able to laugh it off at the end here. But very very interesting energy that's coming through here, Taurus. Let's get some tarot on this. Let's see what we got here. We got Princess of Cups here. Then we got the Seven of Swords. Interesting, Taurus. Okay, so we got the fascinating. So you got the Princess of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and then the Five of Disc here. And with this energy, Taurus, this is a little. This gives to me like this energy of, because Princess of Cups is very generous with her energy. She's the type that she could just give and give and give. And maybe I feel like for some of us, maybe we've been in some sort of relationship where things may have gotten a little toxic. You know, maybe we got into this state of, maybe we were worried someone was going to, I'm not sure, like this could have been like a codependence type of situation, or you know, we just felt like there wasn't any sort of like security there. So it's just like, I don't know, like there could even be some, and you know, I don't like necessarily going that route, but maybe there was even some type of manipulation or something that's going down here where things just gotten out of hand. Because the Seven of Cups for me, especially in this deck, is, I mean, look how swampy this looks. This is like a prelude to a devil situation where we get into that sort of like toxic relationships. And this doesn't have to be just like a love thing. Maybe we pour ourselves out to work, and yet we're still in this place of just like, we keep hearing maybe whispers of layoffs and things, and don't feel like quite secure in our jobs. Or maybe this could even be like, even like maybe like a self-esteem thing. Maybe we've gotten into this place of just like, maybe you know, if this is not dealing with the person, maybe we've gotten to this place where we're telling ourselves some things that have just been kind of chipping at us over time. So I'm not sure if you can tell that there's chips that are, you know, little cracks that's kind of forming in this swords. And it seems like that maybe we just, for some others, maybe it's been like just like more of like a self-esteem thing where we've gotten in our head, and maybe the internal language has gotten a little toxic, you know, or just like a little abusive, in the sense of just like it's just lowering our vibration, Taurus. And if that's the case, I feel like that it's, especially while your ruler Venus is in Leo for like, she's gonna be in Leo for like the next till October. This is a great time for building yourself back up, especially we're resonating with that, like that last half of it where it was more of kind of like a, maybe more of a personal type of deal. You know, showing yourself some self-love, you know, maybe doing some creative endeavors in Taurus, you know, because with Venus being in such a, you already being such a creative sign, already being, you know, being blessed by the Empress, and then throw that she's in Leo, another super creative sign. This is one for you that you can maybe take some of these feelings that you have, maybe take this something toxic here and refine it, you know, turn it into something beautiful, you know, maybe this be through poetry, maybe this be through, I don't know, spoken word, maybe I don't know, maybe even just doing a video on YouTube, maybe, I'm not sure how this could be, Taurus, but make a podcast, build something, but very interesting energy. Well, let me get a little bit more on this Seven of Swords here, Taurus. Got a little bit extra there. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like with this, Taurus, just being mindful of where our head's at. Because if we get into this place of where we get kind of stuck and it's not to say that we're ignoring an issue that's going down here, but if we're staying in an energy, and if we've gotten to a place where we've gotten eyes on the problem, but we're not taking strides to maybe, adjusting some of these cups, getting this energy moving again, then we're just going to stay stuck in this cycle, and it's going to, it's not going to take away from the abundance, but it just may slow it down a little bit while we're learning on these lessons. May have to tack on a little extra growth, or have to search a little bit harder for the growth, or the lessons that are coming from this thing here. And with the Eight of Cups, this is Saturn in Pisces. And with Saturn being in Pisces for the next 3 years, we are in a state of just like, just kind of heightened spirituality, and really kind of paying attention to things that are lowering our vibrations, and that is affecting this growth in all aspects of our lives, but yeah, I just feel like, just try to be just aware of where our thoughts are at. And if we notice that things have been maybe in a more kind of negative loop here as of late, maybe trying to work in maybe some positive affirmations, or maybe just getting the energy moving. Maybe this is like going out for a walk, or maybe going for a hike, or maybe doing just some things for you, things that make you just feel good, as far as like, but again, I feel we're in a weird sort of place here, Taurus, so we want to be mindful of overindulgence as well, you know what I mean? All right, Taurus. Let's get some tea. Shake this off a little bit. Let's get another oracle card on this. All right, I'm with it. Let's get that confidence back, because you got the 6th card of Aries here, which is flag card. And with this card, it's a card of achievement, recognition, overthrow, success, just beautiful. Winner, conquest, mastery, bragging rights, carry the day. Plans are coming to fruition, and king of the mountain, king or queen of the mountain, Empress of the mountain. That's what I'm talking. That might be your thing. I'm gonna write that down real quick, Taurus. I'm not gonna forget that. Empress of the mountain. I love it. Let's talk about you, Empress, and how when we've worked on these things, we get these energies moving, work on this self-healing, or maybe putting up some boundaries, or forgiving even a situation. Because, here's the thing with that. If this was something where this was another party was involved in this thing, I feel like that if we can't physically, let's say if someone had wronged you, Taurus, if we can't physically maybe say an apology, maybe that bridge has been burned or whatever, it's just like, how can we let this go? Just like, how can we give this forgiveness so that you can grow? You know what I mean? If there's nothing that we can do from there, and recognize that as an achievement. Give yourself a victory lap, because that was growth there. Even if this was on the opposite end, let's say maybe we burned a bridge, maybe we got a little passionate, a little headstrong, said some things we didn't mean to, or maybe maybe there was a poking, some jabbing. And if you recognize that too, Taurus, if you could see where you could improve from that, and then start actively working on this thing again. We all do some weird things from time to time. I was just reminiscing with a buddy earlier, and just like talking about some of the stuff we would do is like, like maybe even just 15 years ago. It's just like, yikes, but it's all a part of the growth process, and they're all, even the weird ones, they're all equal to this Empress that's on this mountaintop here. That's yeah, getting a lot of kind of this, like, if that's resonating with just like some forgiveness there, I feel like that can really go a long way. And I'm not saying that we're forgetting maybe what happens, but just to help you, if that helps get the wheel moving again, get us working towards that abundance, because that's part of Jupiter and being in your sign too for the next year. Integrating your spiritual growth. You really are getting ready to go through an expansive energy, Taurus, depending on where your placements are at. Jupiter that's a lovely thing to be. I'm excited for got a couple more years till Jupiter gets in Cancer, but enjoy this energy. This is a time of abundance for you. But the thing with Jupiter, then I'm gonna get some tarot on this. Now I'm thinking about all this, because you do got some pretty heavy stuff here surrounding this this pre-empress, this princess right now. She's working towards her empress energy, but she's got some hurdles. And I feel that we want to be mindful with Jupiter energy, because where, yes, he is abundant, he doesn't discriminate as far as like what that abundance means. You know, he's just gonna give it. So if you're in this energy of, you know, worry, sorrow, indolence, you know, debauchery, just I'm just reading this stuff off this card here, you know, just in those sort of lower vibrations, then that's what you're gonna get an abundance of, you know. And it's, listen, it's not to say that that's what you're, it's more so just, you know what I mean? It's like the universe trying to say, like, show you that you do have control of this energy. It's just being, again, mindful where our thoughts are at, paying attention to our actions. This could even be something too if we found ourselves kind of stuck in a rut. One kind of nice thing is just like even maybe doing a little shifting of your energies around the move. Maybe we just move a chair to a different spot, or just like rearrange some stuff on some shelves or something along those lines. Just anything I feel like can little victories. I feel like that can equal up to this big wheel of fortune here, Taurus. But let's get some tarot on this. See what we got here, because cards just popping out like popcorn. Ha! Look at Cancer. Oh, and Sagittarius. And all right, hold on, because it looks like we can keep this going all day. So you have the Chariot, the Art card, right? The Chariot, the Art card, the Magician, the Lovers. The Princess. I was like, I'm not gonna get this in order. The Prince of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. And this is, I feel like this is what's going to happen, Taurus, when there's going to be like a connection here that's going to happen. Because the Lovers here is like it's Gemini energy. It's like your higher self like winking at you, you know, trying to get your attention, just trying to make sure that the channels are open. And it just feels that, like, I'm not sure, Taurus. It's like if there's something here that's been sort of like been like a burden on you, or that it's been kind of keeping you frazzled, or keeping you like. It's either like, because this is a card of oppression, but it's just like it's this weird, like the energy that I'm feeling is like this pressure. And this could be maybe the thoughts that are going on in our head with the Prince of Swords, because the Prince of Swords is all over the place. He's like, he's the type that, he's the airy part of air. You know, the princes represent air, the swords are air, so he can't help himself. He's just kind of all over in the place. And I feel like that popping out with the Magus card and Gemini energy, because the Magician is Mercury. Mercury rules over Gemini, and let me tell you, I have a Gemini moon, and Gemini energy is very active. Couple that with Jupiter and Sagittarius being here, you got a lot of energies of just like, of making connections, of like, of something, of you going from starting out in the zodiac place and then going to your higher self, like you're, you know, essentially embodying your ruler in a way, you know. And that's what we're talking about, your Empress of the mountain. But it feels like that there's this, it's like something is, just with the Eight of Cups and the Chariot being here, it's like there's something that's keeping this energy from moving. It's like your chariot got stuck in like molasses or like a swampy type of area, and we're really kind of bogged down right now, and maybe it's just getting to this frustrating state. And it probably is too, because if any of this is resonating with you, or if you're finding the nuggets out, because I feel like I'm all over the place here, Taurus, it's, your ruler is in Leo, and Leo forms a square with wherever your Taurus placements are. So there may be feelings of like delayed achievements, or that the energies have slowed down, or that they're just like random challenges, or that, you know, that the universe is just constantly throwing you curveballs here, and you're just having a pivot, needing to just kind of go with the wind. But you are in a wonderful place, though, despite all those thoughts, because this gives you a chance to, you know, I feel like Jupiter being in your sign, it gives you a chance to just kind of slow down and really kind of evaluate just where life is going, you know, like, why has things slowed down? Give you a real chance to just kind of, just like, okay, do we need to just change how we're. Let me get a little bit more of the Wheel of Fortune here, Taurus. I love that came with Aries, because there's the Emperor. Okay, so there's the Emperor and the Five of Swords here, because the Wheel of Fortune's clarified by. And it almost feels like that maybe some of us don't feel like that we can rise up to this stuff. Maybe we've been feeling just kind of... I'm not sure. It's like we've been really kind of caught up in our heads. Maybe it's been a real kind of tough, maybe... I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of days, couple of months. But it's just like... It seems that maybe we're having troubles persevering. You know, it's just like it seems... No. It's like we're trying to... Yeah, got a lot of fire. You're heating up here with Aries and Sagittarius being here, but you know the nice thing, I do feel like that with us being in Cancer season right now, this can be a time to really kind of connect with your energies, you know. And Mercury just entered Cancer not too long ago, so if we've noticed that there's been this drag, this frustration, sit with that. Maybe even been this anger with the Emperor being here. It's allow yourself to feel that, and then how we're going to use that as fuel to get back on track. What are we going to start cooking up, Taurus, with this art card here? How are we going to get this, you know, how are we going to get this abundance? Because it's all here. You know, Chariot's a victory. Wheel of Fortune's a victory. I mean, even, you know, Temperance is balance. You know, like that's lovely. But it's just like, how do we get this energy in balance here? Right? I'm with it. All right, Taurus. Oof. Yeah, hopefully I felt like I was going like a million miles a minute. Let's get your last card here. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Here's more Sagittarius energy. You got the 5th card of Sagittarius, which is the Yarn card. And with this card, this is a card of hassles, problems, big mess, interconnected, complicated, patience needed, future gains, work it out, made up story, many working components, mischief, and out of control. It maybe, you know, with maybe what's been going down here, maybe it feels like things have been a big mess. Maybe it's been... It seems like it's been a lot towards this energy that's come through. If any of this has been resonating with you, maybe we've been thinking about quite a bit, and you know, getting into those, like, you know, where do we want to lead this journey? You know, because you got a lot of... I feel like whatever's going down, or if we find ourselves in this place of where it just seems like that we can't seem to get ahead. I do feel like we are in a time of patience, you know, where things are, because you got quite a little nice little pocket of major arcanas here. And I feel like higher self is cooking up some stuff. It's just like right now, it's just like we're just missing a couple more ingredients. Just like Taurus, if we could just move this, we could get this thing, and then this thing started like that, perfect, and psh, and then Emperor, and then, you know, then oh, we followed that. But we are in a time, I feel like, that is going to be kind of like slower growth right now. This is an investment game. You know, we're playing long game, I feel like, with Jupiter entering your sign. And again, it's not that there's not going to be any sort of abundance or achievements or anything to celebrate along the way, but I just feel like that those big wins is going to be a culmination of those little wins. You know, it's finding those, you know, creating those stuff, you know, building your mountain, your empire brick by brick here, you know, when it's just like, how are we enjoying this trip along the way and making that happen? How do we turn this complex yarn ball thing into a lovely little sweater there and get those future gains? Because that's where we're looking towards the future. You know, we're getting ready to enter, Pluto's getting ready to get into Aquarius, and granted that's going to form some Pluto's going to form some tricky stuff with your sign over the next 20 years, but that's in the future. We're thinking about we're trying to get the present all where we get those all lined up here, Taurus. But let's get some tarot on this. Look at you. You were Prince of Swords. Now you graduated to a Knight. See you. Alright, last little bit here, Taurus. I love it. So you got a lot of stuff that's like, I feel like things are lining up here for you, Taurus, because you got the Moon, which is Pisces. You got the Hanged Man, which would be represented by Neptune, one of Pisces' rulers, and both Pisces rulers are out here, both Jupiter and Neptune here. Then you got the Knight of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords here. And let's switch back over, because I'm bringing up all this stuff, because it feels like that maybe for some, it seems like that it's like we feel that nothing is coming our way, or that either it's been disappointing, or I'm not quite sure, Taurus, but it seems like that. Again, we want to be careful about being caught in getting on this loop of that, like nothing's coming our way. If we keep feeding this, because the aces, these are seeds, that we're planting. If we get in that loop of just like, oh, nothing's coming my way, how come this and that, and not for remembering that there is a lot of abundance around us. It gets to this place of where it gets in a weird kind of place. It keeps, because the Moon card, is considered like the scariest card of the major arcanas here, and the Moon and Neptune deals with like illusions and mysteries and escapisms. So we get multiple isms, but escapism. And I feel like that this really can be a great time of growth for you here with the Knight of Swords, more Gemini energy. I feel like there's a lot to learn from this situation, but it is going to be a matter of perspective. With Gemini energy, it's like we could either focus on one aspect of this thing, or we can focus on, really, it's like understanding both sides so we can integrate them both together and really kind of grow here. So and maybe for some, just like how it seemed like this energy was just kind of flowing, Taurus. Maybe we've been keeping this. Maybe if you've been keeping this bottled up, because Neptune and Pisces, they can deal with that sort of like hidden realm, kind of secrets and things. If we've been keeping maybe some of this stuff bottled up here, maybe even just because the Moon can be a card of unexpected help, and this could be something where we reach out, just kind of share these emotions, and just kind of, because you get to have both Cancer and Pisces, they're both very emotional signs. So, if we've been keeping this bottled up, I feel like there's, because one more thing, the Hanged Man is a card of sacrifice, and I feel like it's almost like, how long do we want to be? Let me get a little bit more. Let me get one more on that. Prince of Cups here, and he's my card of suffering and silence. And thank you. And because I don't know if we're trying to keep on this facade or something like that, Taurus, but it's just like, how much do we want to keep this thing bottled up before it becomes, to where where it gets out of hand, I wish I had better words for that. I think I'm gonna get out of that, Taurus, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying. Hopefully you're buying what I'm selling. So I'm gonna leave that there, but if anything resonated with you, hopefully you'll be able to decode all that, or keep up, because I was just throwing thoughts at you there, Taurus. Give it a thumbs up and share this. If you know someone who may be struggling with either some self-esteem things, or just maybe struggling in general, it's very interesting. But it does feel like one that I just feel like with the Emperor here, no real kind of like tower energy or something along those lines. It's interesting. But and then I'm about to get back to your reading. And then subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell button. You get notified around these videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. It's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And definitely as the group grows, I want to, or I can schedule like different meditations, like, maybe unlocking mysteries with the moon, or, hanging out with the hanged man. That's, we've not spitballed before, so that's, we're still working on that. But I'll go definitely check that out, Taurus. And then lastly, look at you having the hottest ticket to come over to my other channel. Not that you need one. But if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Jared and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss Pisces, well, not really Pisces, but lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping, down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. And you got the 8 of disc here, Taurus, and I feel like with that popping up, this is going to be a time, I feel like, of where you're going to, I feel like it feels like the universe is kind of pushing you a little bit, where it's like, we may need to really kind of come into that Emperor energy and really get into this routine of, if we want things to, if we want to shift to a like a higher plane, or get to that I don't know, it's just like that Empress status, It's going to be one where there's gonna be some work that's gonna be put in. But the nice thing, though, let me get your oracle cards, because the nice thing about that, though, Mars is gonna be entering Virgo here soon, and that's gonna be forming a sextile with your sign. I feel like there's gonna be some opportunities that are gonna pop up for you that can really get you. We get into this routine, or get this, start putting in that work. It's gonna really pay off in the long run. Get them future gains. But let me see what your other card is. Shapeshift, Virgo energy, mutable sign, be adaptable, be ready for, it's going to be, I feel like this is an energy, Taurus, whatever's, I feel like some changes are getting ready to come here soon, and it's going to need you to, we may want to be in this routine, but we might need to be a little flexible with how things have been. There might be an adjustment that may be coming up here for you soon. And listen, you might have been just like, ugh. And listen, I feel that I just had to switch up my routine a little bit, and I'm right there with you. But it's one of those things we gotta do until the abundance really starts pouring in, until we start getting things on track, and then it's all beautiful from there. Then you look at you sitting up on there. Oh, look at you. You was doing a flip there, Taurus. You were so happy that you was in your Emperor energy. I'm with it. All right, I think we're gonna leave that there. The Emperor's excited for you, Taurus. So you stay safe out there. With this, the forgiveness, with the, if we've been arguing, or if we've been in a hassle, or whatever that's looking like, Taurus, stay safe out there. Raise your vibration to the roof. Raise it at least up to the mountains there, and scream from the mountaintop. I'm abundant. I'm an Empress. You can't nobody stop it. I'm with it. Look at them. You got like 2 titles. I don't even know what to do, Taurus. Look how abundant you are. And I will get you on the next one. Later.